Hello everyone and welcome to our opening sequence analysis on the film The Sixth Sense, directed by M. Night Shyamalan. Excuse my pronunciation of that if it's wrong. I have David on Skype with me as well. Say hi, Dave.
Hello.
Hello. So apologies for the quality of the sound there as well. So we're just going to get into watching the opening sequence. So at the start of the opening sequence, we are presented with the logos of the distribution companies.
It starts with the Hollywood pictures, and that's accompanied by a picture of the Sphinx from Egypt that slowly fades into view. It then cuts to the Spyglass Entertainment logo, which is a moving image of water, slowly turns into the actual telescope or spyglass that the man's looking through. Then cuts to the credits, opening credits.
So the text that's used for the credits is a white text color against a black background. The white kind of implies purity and knowledge against a dark background, which is like a dark abyss. While these are playing, it's sort of accompanied by a sinister music, which Dave will talk about now.
This music, it builds in a crescendo, so it goes from quiet to loud. It plays throughout the whole opening credits, with the title sequence. It's quite a classical composition from it. It's spooky, so it gives the feeling of unknowing from it.
Yeah, and it also plays in sync with the pace of the text, as in the text slowly fades on as the music progresses, which just makes it seem more mysterious and it just adds to the chill of the thriller.
Roughly 1 minute, the title appears. It fades in with some creepy music over it. It's a collection of 4 or 5 notes in a scaled pattern. Right. The title flickers, so somebody's moving in front of it, blocking it. This could imply the mystery of the actual thriller, or just create a sense of unknowing as somebody's up to something in a mysterious way.
Yeah, because it kind of shocks you, because you wouldn't expect to see something move past a title, you know. So yeah, and I think those sounds that you're hearing is from a sharp violin, which is also pretty. If hit the right notes, it's quite scary, isn't it?
Yeah.
So after the title is displayed, more credits follow, and they feature the names of other stars in the film. I think that the fact that they don't show a scene straight after the name of the film, the title, kind of builds up anticipation and I don't know, puts the audience on the edge of the seats, waiting for action to start, waiting for their first glimpse of the movie. So after the credits, the scene is left black, pitch black, and that's broken up by a light bulb, which slowly brightens up.
It's the filament, isn't it?
Yeah, filament of the light bulb, and that kind of opens a scene into the cellar scene, isn't it?
Yeah.
And so there we have our first glimpse of the film, and the light in the dark kind of suggests.
I think it just shows how it's illuminating the darkness of the story, but how it's like a slowly building light. It's like how the story is coming slowly to you from it. So when the actual plot twist later in the film is revealed, it's going to take you a little while to realise what actually happened and register it in your brain.
Yeah, because the light bulb could just flash on, couldn't it? But it's kind of like a slow, dramatic flicker kind of thing.
And I think it just adds to the creepiness of the actual opening.
Yeah, it's a lot about setting the scene, isn't it? Putting the audience in the right point, right in the right, you know, place for the scene to begin and progress and
It's
develop
quite
further.
interesting how that's actually the first bit after 2 minutes of, how one would say, quite boring opening credits.
It's easy to see now that the first scene is in a cellar, which is kind of mysterious and also again creepy because it's a cellar, like it's like spooky, scary stuff to be down there. It's not a place you want to be. It's cold. It's, you know, not the best place. So yeah, we first see a character who goes by the name of
Yeah, it's Anna Crow.
Anna Crow, and yeah, so she's looking at a wine rack, and we're behind this wine rack, sort of staring back at her.
Yeah, it's as though we're in the wall.
In the wall, yeah, and that's kind of creepy as well. I mean, I keep on saying the word creepy because it does make this creepy kind of sense of.
I think that's just what they were trying to go for.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's what they did there, and yeah, the fact that she can't see us, like we're behind a wall, it just makes it feel like there's some kind of presence there that she's unaware of, which could like be alluding to a ghostly kind of appearance in the scene. We could be that ghost.
Yeah, she feels cold, so it gives the eerie, like, ghoulish feel to it.
Yeah, there is that scene, yeah, that part where she shivers, isn't she?
Yeah.
Gust of cold.
But I think, yeah, it just shows how there's an uneasing nature in the air.
And the fact that we don't find out what this shiver was, it also like adds to the suspense and the anticipation. Like the audience hopes to find out what it is, and like if it's actually going to come back in the story, which I don't think it does it?
No, we never actually find out because Bruce Willis, the main character, where his name pops up instead of before the titles.
Yeah.
He isn't actually. Spoilers, he isn't actually dead at the time. So, to conclude, I think this opening is quite effective as being a thriller opening. It has the majority of aspects of a typical thriller. It sets a spooky atmosphere.
Yeah, the fear factor.
It's got the music that's synonymous with it. So yeah, what do you think overall?
I mean, I think from watching it myself, I'm pretty scared. I'm pretty curious to find out what happens next, which I guess is the main kind of aim of a thriller film, which I think this film does do successfully in the beginning. It does make you wait, though, make you wait a long time for it.
But yeah, I don't think having the 2-minute opening credits would be acceptable nowadays.
I'm sure they could have like taken half those names and put them at the end, because quite frankly, it is a long wait. But I think overall it was worth it, to be honest. And it was a good film, having seen it the full thing myself.
Yeah, I think the twist in the end is quite worth the wait.
It does play with your mind. So thanks for tuning in, everyone. Hope you found this insightful. Dave, anything to say?
No, just well worth the watch, the movie.
Yeah, if you want to find out anything more about The Sixth Sense, this is a good way to understand what's going on in the first few minutes. I mean, I do recommend you watch the movie. It is really good. But thanks again, everyone.